Hello, and welcome back to another edition of the Mediqual plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to talk about a recent update I've made to the post module of the wall plugin. So previously, as you guys may know, we had beams and footings, spread footings particularly, that have hardware associated with them. And of course, you can go ahead and when you create these, let's go ahead and edit this column footing. You can add in all these different Simpson strong tie bases with the footings, and with the beams you can do a similar thing, but you have the option for different hangers, of course, and you also have the option for a number of different types of post caps, I guess is the right word for it. And as you can see, there's quite a few variations on that. But yeah, obviously that's the wrong one. But so the problem is when I initially set this up, I thought, okay, well that should be sufficient. We've got hardware for the bases with the footings, and we've got hardware for the caps with the beams. However, after a little bit of playing around with this module and trying different configurations, like something similar to what I've shown here, I quickly realized that with multi-span beams, we don't have a solution that will have the proper post cap, because the caps or the hangers or the hardware essentially can only be assigned at the end of each beam. So multi-span beams were not completely covered. So that prompted me, of course, to add hardware now to the post module. So let's go ahead and edit this here in post and jump in there real quick, and we can show you what we've got going on. So basically, we've got a little redundancy now in the system, right? You can assign a base and a cap to the post, and independently, of course, and you can rotate them and offset them and all that good stuff. So there is a little bit of redundancy, because you can have you could potentially, for instance, with the base, you could have it set up here with the footing, like I've shown here, or you could have it set up here with the post, which I've shown here. See, if I delete this footing or hide it, you can see that hardware is actually associated with this post assembly, not with this footing assembly. So you've got I guess you've got overlap, but it's really not overlap. You can basically utilize it however you see fit. So it gives you that flexibility, I guess. So it's probably not a bad thing. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at a couple of situations here. So for instance, here on this this post here, where we've got three beams meeting at an intersection like this, you can basically set up any one of these beams with the appropriate post cap here. But I think in this situation, actually, it's easier just to do it here with the post. So let's go ahead and try that out. So I'm going to go ahead, I think the right one, actually it's not the hardware, the base hardware. I want to go ahead and turn on, it's been a while since I looked at this. Okay, so it's the T version, right? Okay, so now you'll notice that, of course, that's rotated the wrong way. So easily we can just jump in here and click 180, and it will flip that around for us. You'll notice too that I also have a vertical offset input right there. Now, the reason for that is because usually, well, not usually, when you basically first set up or use the default 0, you're going to notice that these post caps actually, I'm going to hide this beam real quick so you can see that better. The post cap actually lands on the top of this surface, is flush to the post itself. And that's actually by design, because in most instances, you might want this kind of to be the nominal height. Like, let's say this post is 96 inches. You want this beam to be sitting right on that post, and therefore it's at 96 inches in height. Now, for your model's sake. Now, in reality, of course, you're going to have about an eighth of an inch here, I think it is. It's 0.1793 to be exact. But you're going to have a little bit of clearance, right? Because you got to have room for the hardware to get in there. So, if you really want to be exact, I mean, which I actually do, you can go ahead and input that in, and you can actually raise your cap here a little bit, and it'll be precisely where you need it to be. So the point being is, these little offset parameters give you that flexibility to be, as granular or as exact as you want to be. Same sort of thing here. I mean, you can see where that beam comes into that cap, and you want to actually route that out of there, and that'll fit nice and tight. Or this beam might just go ahead a little bit, and that's where it lands. So it just depends how you want to model this. But the bottom line is now with the post module, we've got hardware associated with it, both the post base and the post cap. So now you have that flexibility to do whatever you need to do. And again, you can rotate the hardware top and bottom independently, as well as you can vertically offset them. Same sort of thing here actually on the bottom I wanted to point out. So when you first draw by default this post, it's going to put that post, the bottom of the post, right at the 0, 0, 0, right? And it's going to be at the 0 level. But you've got a 1-inch standoff here actually. And so you've got a couple options how you can handle this. I mean, you can leave it like that and just figure on, here's our nominal. We want the model to be nominal heights, and then we'll sort out the details when we actually, fabricate it. Or if you want to be exact, something like a situation like this, you can, now I think this one's modeled with the post. So if you actually want to have it lifted off, then you would probably want to actually edit this post and make it 95 inches in height. Okay. And then what you can do at the base is you can actually vertically offset it negative. Okay. So now we're going to take this whole assembly and we're just going to basically see, with being what it is now, it's an inch too short. Now all we have to do is raise it up 1 inch. We can just move it with the SketchUp native tools, right? We don't have to do any fancy plug-in stuff here. Okay, so now the post itself just got 1 inch shorter, and then we offset the base down 1 inch, and so it all lands perfectly on top of that footing again. So yeah, there's a lot of little adjustments you can make to get everything to line up the way you want or not. But I think it's with this hardware now associated with the post module, I think it really gives you that flexibility you need to really get in there and pretty much model up just about any post beam system that you can think of. So I hope this is helpful. Hopefully we haven't overcomplicated this too much. I don't think I have, but I guess feedback from you guys will let me know about that. So anyways, if you have any questions, additional feedback, always feel free to give me a call, send me an email. I'm always here, and again, I appreciate you guys and all the support. So we'll talk to you later.